Afternoon and welcome to Quality Day 2020 here live at the UWI campus, but of course the staff and students across the UWI space, all 5 campuses at this time, are celebrating World International Quality Day, right? And therefore we are doing it under the theme, creating customer value. Cross-campus Quality Day is fully virtual this year, as you can understand. And at the Mona campus, we'll be doing a number of things, including a panel discussion that is coming up shortly, as well as we have a quality song competition, along with activities where participants can win prizes and surprises. Of course, we're going to be asking you to follow in the notifications below in the YouTube link for the quizzes. The quizzes are now available for you to fill in and to gain the chance to win a prize and a surprise. So please make sure that you participate in that, and let's see how that turns out. But certainly an exciting program for you here in the Quality Day rollout. And we hope that certainly the participation is going to be fantastic coming in from you. We have at the top of the program a number of greetings coming in from the principal, Professor Dale Weber, Deputy Principal, Professor Boxhill, and the PVC, Professor Clive Landis. You'll hear those greetings in a few, so stay tuned for that.
Greetings. I am Dale Weber, Pro-Vice Chancellor and Principal of the University of the West Indies, Mona campus. It is my pleasure to greet you on World Quality Day 2020. World Quality Day is an opportunity for us to revisit the goals, the objectives that we've set for ourselves as a campus, for our departments, for our units, and individuals, for us to see how we're doing and identify how we can improve what we're doing. As a world-class institution, we pride ourselves in what we do, but we're only as good as the quality we continue to provide. Using access, alignment, and agility as our key words, we work with quality to try and improve ourselves every step of the way. Access is important, and those who have access to the university must have access to a quality education. But it is only by speaking with those who are receiving the quality education that we're able to improve it. The students, the staff, and the onlookers are all part of this quality. Our alignment with those who are employing our students and those who are part of the university system, that gives us additional quality, and we must continuously check ourselves. Finally, agility. We must be able to ask, how are we doing? Respond to what you say, to what others say, and improve ourselves. World Quality Day is for all of us. Let us strive to be the better part of ourselves and the better selves that we can be. Thank you.
Good afternoon. World Quality Day is a special occasion for us here at the Mona campus. Quality is about focusing on those aspects of governance which live up to certain standards as set out by the quality policy of the University of the West Indies. This year, we celebrate World Quality Day under the theme, Creating Customer Value. 2020 is a special occasion because of the global pandemic. The global pandemic has led to a refocusing of our efforts on quality, not only in the traditional areas, but in spaces and areas that we have hitherto ignored. We are happy to be part of the global celebration of World Quality Day, and as the officer in charge of ensuring that the quality on our campus meets the standards which are deemed acceptable by the University of the West Indies. I am hopeful that today's celebration will be meaningful to not only our students, but to our staff alike. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the University of the West Indies Mona campus, I welcome you to World Quality Day celebrations and hope that the interactions between our various stakeholders will bear fruit as we seek to achieve our vision of being an excellent university rooted in the Caribbean. Enjoy World Quality Day.
Come to UWI, if you want to see quality, then come up at UWI. Why UWI have a whole heap of facilities.
Hello and welcome everyone who is taking part in UWI Quality Day. My name is Clive Landis. I'm the Pro-Vice Chancellor for Undergraduate Studies, and quality falls under my office. So this is the second UWI Quality Day, and as you probably know and maybe are bragging about, Mona actually won the first UWI Quality Day for its innovation in celebrating quality in the university. And all of us were particularly blown away by the UWI Quality song that Javon Thompson produced. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what you come up with this year for your UWI Quality Day celebrations. So I do commend Mona for really engaging in the quality policy. This year it's about creating customer value. And when I thought about that sort of rather nebulous term, this year I think really we were able to maintain customer value during the disruptions of COVID-19. And the Mona campus, along with the other campuses, is really to be commended for the way in which it just pivoted almost effortlessly to deliver all its teaching online, and also to host its assessments and exams online. There are many universities that really just threw in the towel, and they were not able to maintain any customer value because either they abandoned teaching or they abandoned assessments. And then that really interferes with the career progression of our students who are our customers. So I'm very proud of the steps that the Mona campus and the university took to maintain that continuity. And I ask you all to visit the Quality Policy website, where we have the definition of the UWI Quality Policy, and this is being systematically rolled out by regular meetings of the university quality management team and also the campus quality management teams, which are chaired by the deputy principal. And you will also find the implementation framework that we all adhere to as we do this quality work. So I do encourage you to look at the website, and while you're there, you can listen to Javon Thompson's song.
Come to UWI, if you want to see quality, then come up at UWI. Why UWI have a whole heap of facilities now?
Thank you very much, gentlemen. And of course, we heard from UWI Mona principal, Professor Dale Weber. We heard from the UWI Mona's deputy principal, Professor Ian Boxhill. We also heard from the PVC, Professor Clive Landis. And so we heard from the three gentlemen talking in very strong terms about the strategic imperative of the UWI, but also pointing us to the UWI policy, quality policy. Of course, there's a quality policy website that was set by the PVC, and pointing us as well to look at that. So that's very important. And also for us to bearing in mind that this is a moment within the day when we pause. We would have already established at the top of the discourse that this is a day, the World Quality Day, when the international community looks in a special way on the sort of work that is being done in terms of quality and quality assurance within the within spaces, right? Especially tertiary spaces. And so we take the time to highlight some of the outstanding achievements of the UWI, and in so doing, also providing encouragement and regard to those who have worked so hard and tirelessly in doing so. We also this year, we have a quality song. We would have heard from PVC Landis as he spoke about Javon Thompson, who is the author and performer of this actual song. He will introduce the song, And after that, you will hear the quality song. You'll also hear it a couple of times throughout the next minutes that we're with you. But also we ask you to give your comments. Don't just listen to the song and love it. We ask you to give your comments. On IG, it's actually at #QualityDay2020 on Instagram. So listen to the song, rate it. Would you give it a 10 out of 10, a 5 out of 10, and within that range? It's not a failure song, so you don't have to worry about giving it a low grade. Trust me, it's a matter of just how high you plan to give it a shot. But we're actually going to go to Jovan right now. Hear his introduction, and we're actually going to move into hearing the song. Don't be afraid to move to the beat. Don't be afraid to, give a few moves. The good thing is you're probably at home and in the office. Nobody's seeing you too tough. So enjoy yourself. Listen to Jovan at this time.
The University of the West Indies. Na 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 na. This is your boy, Jovan Thompson, winner of the UWI Quality Song Competition. Hey, watch out. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Then come up for UWI. Yeah, we have a whole heap of facilities now. Just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Yeah, 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 yeah. Na na na. Me have to represent from the school, the University of the West Indies. Na 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 na. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Then come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Yes, just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. If you're broke, now have no money, me know. Scholarship enough for everybody. Just one check the bursary. They'll always help you get through. Online portals with everything. Can't tell me this on a spoon feeding. It has all my classes with all my buses, and all I want is no more than that. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Hey, come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Yes, just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. The lecturers request student feedback. First time I see, couldn't believe that they actually cared what I thought about how they talk. The education delivery is dynamic. If you don't learn by listening, don't panic. Audio visuals are in classes and office hours for all inquiries. UWI is always improving systems. Heard some students. No security day and night. Security patrol day and night. And if you want to be a success, nobody does it best. And if you want to be put to the test, nobody does it best. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Hey, come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Yes, just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Endless possibilities, them up over 50 degrees. West and tropical breeze and keep the qualities like these. Nobody, you will take the lead with these. So sorry, the schools can't compete. Excelling in sports, of course. Premier League football team and big track course. Check out the Olympic size pool. I feel represent from school. The University of the West Indies. Na 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 na. The University of the West Indies. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Come on, by UWI.
Wow, that was impressive. Quality performance on this World Quality Day. I mean, this young man has talent. I hope somebody who is listening can see a potential and you know, probably even give him a call. But also, I mentioned before, the making a comment on IG. Actually, let's correct that. Please make comments in the section below in the YouTube video, whether or not you like the song, what you felt about it, how it made you feel. And of course, you can actually go to IG when you're in the mood. You could play the song to your own comfort, and you could probably give us a video or so about it, you dancing to it, and you know, even creating some UWI quality moves. Why not? You know, feel free so to do. We actually moved to and we still hear it in the background. Well done, Mr. Thompson. Love the video, love the vibe, love the beat. Right? Excellent stuff. We actually now have a presentation from the UWI Quality Assurance section. There is a presentation is going to be on the quality policy. UWI has one. I hope you would know about it if you were a part of the huge celebration last year that we did, the first of its kind. I think we spoke extensively about it, but in case you didn't, take a listen. So what is celebration without quality gifts and surprises? We mentioned before at the top of the start that we have some quizzes in store for you. We have actually posted them already. They're on the YouTube notification part of the videos. If you go down to the notifications, you should be able to see the links. We're asking you to try the quiz, and there are prizes and surprises. But note, the portal closes at 3 o'clock, so you have to get in. You have to be able to do the quiz for you to be eligible before 3 p.m. And we're close to 3 p.m. already, so we're asking you to make sure that you are in. Quality, prizes, and surprises are in store for you. All we ask you to do is to participate in the quizzes that we have for you. There are about 3 quizzes. If you miss first one, you can always catch 2 and 3. So make sure that you are in on that. Of course, I wish I could tell you what the prizes are, but I won't spoil it, right? But let me tell you, you will enjoy it. At this time, we are moving into another segment, a rather interesting segment. It is where we have a panel discussion. And the panel discussion is going to be focusing a little bit more on this whole thing that we've talked about so far, creating customer value. What is quality assurance without customer. It's really a customer-centered imperative. And therefore, we're going to be talking to, we're going to be going over to Mr. Jason McKenzie. He's the Director in the Office of Student Services and Development at the UWI, and he has a power-packed panel with him. He's going to be introducing that panel, of course, but he will tell you all about it. The topic is creating customer value. Over to you, Mr. McKenzie, and of course, please stay tuned to a riveting discussion on this panel. Mr. McKenzie.
Thank you so kindly, Mr. Bent. It's a beautiful day, a day when the world all over celebrates World Quality Day. Every second Thursday of November, the world celebrates World Quality Day. And this year, the celebration is under the theme, Creating Customer Value. I think it presents us with a wonderful opportunity to focus on and to highlight individuals, teams, and organizations that are deeply invested in creating customer value, in improving customer value. And so you find that institutions and organizations that are customer focused, they have a culture of creating value for their customers by innovating, by improving products and services and processes. And particularly at a time like this, when the world is focusing on their customers, on the expectations of their customers, when there's competition and there's technological change, more and more institutions and organizations are seeking ways to bring value to their customers and to create partnerships. But how do institutions or organizations develop a customer-centric quality culture that will help them to achieve the standards that they've set for themselves and to exceed even such standards? And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are presented with an opportunity to recognize truly that it is the customer and not the entity or the company that defines what quality means. It's an opportunity to understand product and service quality through the eyes of the customers. It's an opportunity for individuals to share their quality performance with their customers. It's an opportunity to collaborate with customers to improve on product quality or service quality and to be able to resolve problems. Here at the UWI, particularly the Mona campus of the UWI, I think it's an opportunity for us to focus on units, the sections, department, offices, and faculties that are deeply invested in creating customer value. I think importantly as well, there's this need for us to engage in conversations regarding what customer value means to us and who are our customers. The UWI, in establishing its strategic plan, outlines some core values: the value of integrity, the value of excellence, the value of student-centeredness, the value of gender justice, and that of diversity. I want us to just focus on two: the value of excellence. Because excellence, as documented by the UWI, is about engaging internal and external stakeholders in providing high quality and relevant service. So in this particular core value, there is the focus on presenting high quality to both our internal and external stakeholders. And the next value or value that readily jumps at me is really that of student-centeredness, where there is a commitment to provide to our stakeholders exceptional teaching and learning experiences. And I think that speaks to quality. And so today, I have with me a distinguished panel, a panel that will be exploring the concept of customer value. Customer value, which really speaks to the benefits offered by a product and how these benefits, the cost to deliver these benefits versus the consumer benefits. So you're talking about the difference between the total customer cost from the total customer benefits. So we want to explore customer value. We want to explore the customer value concept from the perspective of the customer. And so here we are at a higher education institution where we know for sure that the concept of customer value centers around quality. And it's one of the reasons why we are here today celebrating Quality Day. We are a tertiary level institution, just focusing not just on academics, but we have an entire ecosystem, with a range of territories, student persons from across the region and across the world who are here benefiting from all that is on offer inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. We have an institution that is highly ranked, right, as in the top 4% of universities across the globe. And for this to be so, we have had to be doing some things right. And so we want to discuss some of the issues surrounding customer value today. And we have a distinguished team that will help us to do that. And so I'm going to ask our panelists to introduce themselves at this point in time and just say a little bit about Quality Day. So we have Dr. Donovan Stanberry, our campus registrar, Dr. Anna Perkins, Mr. Dwayne Haynes, Mrs. Debbie Hope, representing the Office of the Deputy Principal, and Mr. Cadell Green from the Guild of Students. So starting with our campus registrar, Dr. Stanberry, just introduce yourself, say a little bit about Quality Day, and then we'll go in the order of Dr. Perkins, Mrs. Hope, Mr. Haynes, and Mr. Green. Over to you, campus registrar.
Thank you very much, colleagues, fellow panelists, and those who are tuned in. The Office of the Campus Registrar lies at the heart of the university's interaction with every single student and our staff. All 20,000 of our students here on campus and over nearly 4,000 staff members. So our entire operation is defined by quality. We do provide a service to our students and to our staff. And we want that service to be defined by quality in terms of our responsiveness, in terms of our courtesy. I know that financing tertiary education is a big deal. Many of our students are disadvantaged in that regard, are having difficulties paying their school fees, etc. And I think the least we can do at a campus is to make things easier for them in terms of holding their hands, in terms of being responsive, in terms of pointing them to the right places where there are, in fact, many processes that they have to undergo to do exams, to get registered, to be awarded their degrees, and so on and so forth. So our job is to make that sojourn as pleasant as possible to help them navigate all the many processes that they have to go through before they are taking them from admission right through to their graduation. We are there for that, and we are committed to make that process as pleasant as possible. So we value our students. Without our students, there will be no University of the West Indies. And we also value our staff, academic, administrative, service staff, that really make the teaching and learning experience what it is. And we are here in the APSA Campus Registrar to support in that regard. So we are happy to join with the rest of the world in celebrating Quality Day. And if ever an institution that must exemplify that, it's an institution of higher learning.
Thank you, Campus Registrar, Dr. Perkins.
I should have unmuted. Good afternoon again, everyone. Thanks, Mr. McKenzie. Thanks to the Campus Registrar, and to say welcome to my colleagues on the panel, and certainly to everyone that's joining us via the internet. It's wonderful that UWI is again for the second year celebrating World Quality Day. I'm Anna Perkins. I'm a senior program officer in the Quality Assurance Unit. We are a unit that is across the university, and we sit in the University Center. My particular portfolio is to serve the Mona campus, hence my contribution this afternoon as a member of this panel. So when we're talking about customer value, creating customer value really is a term coming out of marketing. So we're talking about what a service is worth to a customer. Oftentimes this being done comparatively, so you're going to compare to what a similar service is like coming from a similar provider. In our higher education space, we tend not to speak about customers per se, but we talk about stakeholders, as Mr. McKenzie mentioned earlier. So in our context at UWI, our stakeholders will certainly include governments from across the region. It will certainly include employers in the space of industry, all the spaces where the graduates who come out of our various programs will end up in service and work and so on. But for us, our key stakeholder would certainly be our students. And so as we heard from the campus registrar, our way of doing quality at UWI focuses on the student. And when you think about what quality means at UWI, it's a multifaceted concept. We work with quality in several dimensions, but to quickly say that perhaps if we're talking about stakeholder value, we could focus on just two dimensions of quality. We could focus on quality as value for money, which is one of the ways that we define quality at UWI, where we're concerned that the education, the research, the innovation that's coming out of UWI uses very, very efficiently all the resources that are at our fingertips. So we're going to offer to our students, to our graduates, the best labs. We're going to offer to our students and to our graduates the best program. We're going to offer to our students the best staff, whether that's faculty or administration. So we have the best campus registrar at Mona, we have the best campus registrar at St. Augustine or any other space like that. So what we deliver makes UWI, Mona in Jamaica, the go-to campus. That's the space where when someone's thinking about higher education, where do they go? Where do they look to first? They're going to look to the Mona campus because we offer the best value for money. We offer the best, and Javon captured it too, I think very well in his song, Come to You for Quality. So we have the best lab. We're going to offer you scholarships to enable you to get the best education that you can, if it is that you're deserving and not able. The second concept of quality I think is pretty relevant to talking about value, has to do with transformative development. And if you look at our quality policy doesn't just say transformative development for students, but it's also talking about transformative development for staff. Because what's really important to us is that anyone who walks through the gates at UWI is to become and to be the best person that they can be. So in fact, UWI makes a promise. We say that we're creating the distinctive UWI graduate for the 21st century. And we also pair that with the distinctive UWI employee for the 21st century. So we're going to craft and create a situation where every person that comes to our gates will become more ethically inclined, will become better able to think critically and creatively, will be better able to work in teams, which is really, really so important, would become someone that is more inclined to want to continue to learn and to continue to contribute to the development of their nation, and certainly because we're part of this larger CARICOM vision to contribute to that vision. So that's what UWI promises. And we ensure that that promise is kept by several quality assurance mechanisms that are in place. And those quality assurance mechanisms have paid off over time. So we're now #1 ranked in the Caribbean. We're now in the top 2% in Latin America, and we're ranked in the top 4% of the world. So I think UWI has a lot to be proud of in terms of how it has managed over time as such a young university to continue to create customer, continue to create stakeholder value. Thank you very much. Back to you, Jason.
Thank you so kindly, Dr. Perkins. Mrs. Hope, your introduction and your few sentences in relation to today.
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Debbie Hope. I provide executive support to the deputy principal, and I manage the office. Now, the office of the deputy principal provides support to the office of the principal in the strategic management of the Mona campus, and quality assurance falls within the deputy principal's portfolio. Therefore, quality issues will come to our office. In relation to the theme, customer service is what weighs on my mind. These are the things that come to my mind when I think about the quality policy and creating customer value. Does customer service fit into the creation of customer value? If so, at what point? Is it merely an output, or is it fully integrated into the process? Who is the customer at UWI? Is it only students, or is it every stakeholder, including staff? How do we ensure that the value being created through the implementation of the quality policy is felt by the customer? The bottom line is, if the customer does not perceive, not just know, but feel the value being created, then the creation of customer value is incomplete. Every member of the UWI community that offers a service has to own the concept that equality is everybody's business. Otherwise, the push for quality in all aspects of UWI business operations will be stymied. A simultaneous transformation of UWI's customer service culture has to be a part of creating customer value. Otherwise, the quality policy will have no real effect when the customers are engaged by staff who have not owned that how they do their work either adds value or shoots all this effort with the quality policy in the foot. So that's the thought and the perspective as it relates to the quality policy and how customer service relates to creating customer value.
Thank you so kindly, Debbie. Over to you, Dwayne, Mr. Haynes.
Thank you, Jason McKenzie. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dwayne Haynes, President of the UWI Alumni Association Jamaica chapter and Alumni Council representative on the University Council and Senate. For perspective, the UWI Alumni Association's mandate currently is to foster greater partnerships, improve relations, boost engagement, and to increase visibility. In my view, this ties in well with the campus strategic objectives and the wider objectives of the University of the West Indies. In my view as well, and the view that a lot of alumni and graduates and external stakeholders have of the university system and of the campus, is that while the UWI has been doing quite a lot as it relates to making steady increases as it relates to improving customer service and improving the customer value, there's still some room for improvement. I've had a number of discussions with graduates from time to time, and you have some which are very much dissatisfied, as Mr. Mackenzie would be familiar with the campus administration itself, but they are quite satisfied at the hall level, how they were treated while they were living within the hall community space. And for me, it says something. It says that the approach that was taken at the hall or at the faculty level was one which is completely different from that which is taken whenever a student should go to assess, or whenever a student should go to student records office or whichever central office that they have to deal with. And my take is this: while there have been steady strides as it relates to improving the customer service and improving the value that the university is offering, and while we know the constraints which the university has, and we can't in any real society, in any real organization, adequately or sufficiently do things perfectly, but it's the willingness to change the dynamics, change up how we're doing, approach things from a different perspective, let persons know that, hey, while the answer is no to this, while you came to the office of the deputy principal or whichever office is on campus, and you were not successful in whatever request you were making of the office, I tried my best. Sometimes it's the effort that us as a campus take in order to deal with customers and deal with students, deal with staff, that makes the difference. Because I've interacted, as I said before, quite a number of graduates who, whatever matter they went to X particular office to deal with, it was not resolved. But they left the office feeling as though they still got a good level of customer service experience, if you get what I'm trying to say. It's because that particular person or that particular office went the extra mile. They took up the phone, they contacted a different office as opposed to sending the student to go over there in search of the information. They reached out to somebody else who could have assisted that particular student or that particular staff. And one thing that I think is missing sometimes among the university spaces, there's a lot of good that is happening within the university community. But sometimes when you interact with staff, they are not aware of some of the good, even though they work in the space. And that is something that we need to improve upon, marketing the product, not just to students, but also to staff, letting them know that, hey, you raised a concern, you raise an issue, the alumni raise an issue, we are making steps to improve it. This is how, rather than a town hall meeting is called or someone raise an issue with the head of department or whomever it is that is in authority, and nobody gets back to them to say, hey, this is what we are doing to improve upon that. It might not happen overnight, and that's expected. Things won't happen right away. Things won't improve right away. But it's the effort to communicate that we want to work with you. We want us to be a solutions-oriented institution, a customer-centric institution in which all views can contend. The voice of everyone matters and is important to the whole university space. Just to segue a bit and to highlight an observation that I made while looking on the UA quality page, there are two critical entities of sorts that's missing from the list of institutions or the list of offices that is on the website, and that's the Institutional Advancement Division, which the UWI Alumni Association globally works in tandem with to offer assistance to the campus and to the entire university system, as well as the Central Executive Committee of the UWI Alumni Association, which also consists of the Chancellor I say we are missing in the sense that, and I heard you in terms of the internal and external stakeholders, but there's a continuous reference to staff and student. What about customer service or customer value as it relates to the alumni who has been offering assistance to the campus and to the university? What about customer service as it relates to anyone who comes within this space dealing with business for the campus? Because sometimes I believe we forget the importance of indirect marketing. Another person, whether or not it's an alumni or it's a supplier of the university that comes within the space, feel wrong, and they go to another person and say, I don't like the university because the UWI has done me wrong in this aspect. And then pretty soon, other persons start turning away or shying away from dealing with the university. Not because they themselves experience it, but they heard what others had to say and kind of write off the university. So there are some stuff that we need to improve upon, but there is a lot of positives, as I said before, that the university has been doing. Campus Registrar's office, Principal's office has been doing to improve customer service over the years. In particular, there's one thing I want to point out, and that's the whole SAS system.
I want to do it to probably hold on that. We can get back to some of those.
No problem.
So that we can hear the introduction of our other panelists, a key partner in the process of delivering quality, Mr. Cadell Green.
Hi, and thank you, Mr. Mackenzie. My name is Cadell Green, and I'm the Hall Chairman for Chancellor Hall, a member of the Guild Deregistration Task Force, and I'll be representing the interests of the Guild of Students and the student population in general. So we have come to understand that UWI really and truly is I'll call it the apple of universities in Jamaica. And what we have come to understand is there is this sense amongst the student population that the administration represents the enemy of their progression and their growth. It's a growing perspective that we have seen, and we have seen it on social media, and we have seen it in person. And as a guild, we have often tried to bridge that gap and to explain the concept, because we're like the older brother to these young students and to students in general. So they'll come to us and say, I'm having this problem, I need help with this. And they're saying, what can I do? And many times we are the ones who are pointing them in the directions and help to kind of mediate with some of the issues that we would see them raise many a times. I must be thankful that the UWI is growing and expanding itself in its quality assurance program. I remember in my internship this summer at the Faculty of Engineering, I would have been exposed to the quality assurance team and some ideas and principles that they stand for. But the issue that we have seen on our side as students and as a guild is that sometimes they're not exposed or opened to this kind of policies that exist. And that I feel is an important aspect that we may have to get into, the marketing of the university and the best practices of the university being shown to the students in a way that they can say, yes, this is what is supposed to happen when I go to a SAS. This is what is supposed to happen when I approach my manager on a particular issue. So as a guild, we have often in our approach to serving the university's best interests, we have tried to mediate on issues. We have tried to assist in issues, on certain issues. I know for a fact that for many of the hall representatives, they would collaborate with their hall administration to ensure that the product that they're providing is of the highest quality. And I'm also sure that from the faculty perspective, that these faculty reps are invited to those discussions to ensure that the students are kept abreast of the changes, the students are kept abreast of the changes. And that, of course, would, of course, increase the product that the students are receiving. But I have shared my sentiments initially just to make known the fact that we are in the social media age, where once there is some kind of issue on our side as a university, Jamaica knows instantly. And it takes away from the value product that we are really giving to our students, because one student's earth can just be blown into this national crisis when in truth and in fact it's just one student who is experiencing this issue. So a growing thing that we can look forward and that we are looking forward to is that there's this systematic change in appreciation of the student, so students know that they're appreciated and can actually feel it. Because the moment we feel it, I remember Mr. A's in his opening remarks making mention of the hall experience versus the administration, where students feel so attached to their hall that they can just feel a difference when they have left their work and come and visit. There's this difference that happens. The moment we mirror that into the university space, I am sure that we'll be heading into a more positive direction that is so being forged in this time.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Green. Thank you for your opening statements. Panelists, I want to cut to Dr. Perkins a bit, because we heard from Mr. Haynes that, though there's experience of this customer value in some spaces, that it's not the same across all the spaces. As an institution, the quest would be to model a particular ethos, to have an organizational culture where there's this integrated and comprehensive approach towards the delivery of quality. Dr. Perkins, you want to help us to understand the connection between the quality policy and customer value, and how this can help us to have the a kind of consistent experience across the university space, so that we'll have more good stories coming out of our alumni association and students, on their experience.
Yeah, Jason, thanks for the opportunity to do that and to respond to, Cadell and Dwayne. I had the pleasure of interacting with Cadell over the summer and to provide him with the opportunity to learn a little bit more about our quality policy and just how that redounds to the benefit of our students. Certainly what our quality policy is attempting to do is to root quality in all the dimensions of our university. So one of the ways that we define quality at UWI has to do with service standards. And I think that's part of what's being spoken to here, with some of the dissatisfaction being expressed by Dwayne and by Cadell, that perhaps there are spaces, and there will always be spaces. So let's be clear about that. We talk about quality, but quality is really about quality assurance and what we call quality enhancement. So the enhancement piece is where we're going to continue to grow and to continue to improve, because we're never satisfied with where we are, because where we are, if we stay there, we'll actually be regressing, we'll be going back, right? So our process is a process that's aimed at setting standards. And with the rollout of our quality policy, one of the things that the UWI has put in place are these, what we call quality management teams on the different campuses. Those campus quality management teams bring together persons representing all the different dimensions of the university's work. And what that means is that there's an opportunity for us to have fed into us and into that team, so that the team can prioritize where we need to go, where we need to focus. So for example, we can speak to what's happening on the Mona campus right now. We are looking at and working on service standards that will be deployed across the Mona campus. And we know service standards exist in other spaces across the UWI. Our open campus has some lovely service standards that we would also be, because we're one university. And so Mona will take account of how the open campus, which is at a point was the main campus that was focusing on remote and online learning. Now, all of UWI is focused in that direction. So we need to ensure that we have standards in place that will meet, will meet and craft customer value. So our students, therefore, shouldn't be trying to interact with us, shouldn't send us an email and have to wait 2 or 3 weeks to get a response from us or get no response at all. Our service standards should be that within 48 hours, a student should be given some kind of effective response. So, Dwayne, we're not going to be shuffling you around from one office to the next office to the next office. No, our commitment is to when the query comes in where it comes in, is treated with right there and then, and not shuffle your own. So part of that is deepening the kind of ties and bonds across the different offices. So we're breaking down the silos that could very well function to disenfranchise our students. I want to also say to you, just finally, because I suspect our campus registrar will also have some stuff to say, and Debbie can talk about a bit more about how excellently the campus, the deputy principal's office, because they set that standard before there was any discussion about standards and response. But Dwayne, I want to say to you, I do recognize that when we talk about stakeholders a lot, we oftentimes forget the alumni. But I want to say to you, in our work in quality assurance and coordinating quality assurance reviews, we couldn't do what we do without our alumni. On every quality assurance review team that we have, there is a UWI alumni represented in the person of what we call a local or a regional professional. You're the guys that are out there having come through UWI and gained the skills and knowledge and expertise and have gone out there to impact the world. And you're the ones that can come back and say to us, these are the things that are needed in the here and now as we work on creating and crafting and transforming people who are coming through. So I hear your concern with perhaps there not being sufficient recognition of our alumni or perhaps ways of engaging. But I assure you that engagement is very much a part of what happens as we try to improve quality at UWI. All right, Jason, back to you.
Thank you so kindly, Anna. I'm going to go to the campus registrar because, you know, he has a very massive shop. He has responsibility for the registry, for example. I know that he has taken direct steps to improve efficiency in the operations in that space. I've seen where he has gone and done mergers with very, very good effect. And he's always seeking to attend and to deliver customer value to our key stakeholders. I want to ask campus registrar, you know, what's thinking into, you know, some of the things that you have done in terms of, you know, improving efficiency, and how do you see, you know, the work and the transformation that you're engaging? How does that impact on customer value, and why do you see this as being important?
All right, thank you very much, panel. I have taken note of what all our panelists have said, particularly Mr. Haynes and our student rep, Mr. Green. The truth about it is that quality customer service is a matter that we have to continuously have on the radar and keep improving. So all the comments we have taken on board and we take them in strides, and that will inform our new initiatives to improve our service to others. And I'm hoping that next year, if the Lord spare all our lives, I can hear the testimony from the alumni rep and the student rep saying that, boy, the experience of the administration is so great, particularly since there are no students on campus now in the halls anyway. So, what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, is to try to institutionalize a culture of good customer service. So as registrar, as I said before in my former intervention, that over and above any other entity, any other office in the university, we touch literally every student that passed through here and every staff member. That's about 24,000 people. In addition to our alumni, because they do collaborate with us, they do come back to us, a transcript, etc. And our well-wishers. So what we have done, we had a retreat in January, and for the first time, the Office of the Campus Registrar, we have set ourselves in all our sections KPIs, key performance indicator that will be used to assess us. I have said to the principal, assess me on these KPIs that my team and myself have developed. And a critical part of this is that we're going to promulgate very soon service standard in relation to all services that we provide here from the Office of Campus Registrar. So then, somebody who applies for a transcript, for instance, will know that barring any unforeseen circumstance, you should get your transcript within 24 hours as the case, or 48 hours, or whatever the time is. If somebody asks us for a status letter, it will be provided within such a time. We are going to commit ourselves to that and ask that we be evaluated on that basis. One of the things that we want to do, and I don't even want to call it customer service, I want to call it just basic manners, is to ensure that every email that we get, and we spoke about it in a meeting just last week, we are going to provide a response within 24 hours. We're not guaranteeing you that the problem will be solved, because some of the problems are difficult and intractable, but at least an acknowledgement to say that we are working on it. And that doesn't take much, to be frank with you, if you're a person who has manners. And we can be enabled in that regard by our IT infrastructure that can generate these responses. And I endeavor to ensure that it's not just automatically generated response with no follow-up. So we are putting ourselves on the line in that regard. That's one. The second thing is that during the COVID-19 that we are now experiencing, we have had to set the bar even higher in relation to our customer service response, because this is a time of extraordinary anxiety. People are particularly stressed by all the impacts of COVID, particularly for our students. We don't want to add to their burden of problems with connectivity, problem with instrument, problem with learning online. We don't want to add to that problems with non-responsiveness from the registry, etc. So we have gone above and beyond the cause of duty, I would say, to ensure that we are particularly responsive to our students, not only in terms of how we answer them, not only in terms of their experience coming into SAS, coming into the registry, coming to customer service, but we have taken concrete initiatives to make things much easier for our students, and that has to do with all the initiatives we have taken to cancel late registration fees, to provide more favorable payment plans, because we are so sensitive to our students' issues. I know we are having issues right now with provision of PPP, but we are meeting our students halfway. We are negotiating with our suppliers to get discounts for them. And we are working with them now, even to launch very, very soon, a sort of GoFundMe, because we feel our student pain. We are providing a service. We are selling education. It's no good if our clients cannot afford it. So we have to find means and ways to help them in the process. So we're doing all of that to ensure that, we ease the burden. During the COVID, even during the lockdown, we ensure that even when other areas of the university were locked down, that HR and student services here were manned, that people could come in, those who were brave enough to come in at that time and see a face and interact with a person. And I mean, all the student queries that have come in to me, to those of the assistant registrars here, I make sure I forward it to those who have to take action immediately and don't wait. So, I mean, we're in a mode now where you go on your email and you respond probably an hour, every hour, something like that. So that, and we're sensitive to the anxieties that our students will have. So, look out, ladies and gentlemen, for our service standards, and we will not be reticent about that. We're going to make a lot of noise, and we know that we are exposing ourselves in some way. One of the speakers here spoke to the immediacy of social media and its impact, and sometimes small incidences are magnified, but that's I mean, that's the bad of social media, and we have to embrace the bad with the good. What we're endeavoring to do is to ensure that when we leave here every evening, we leave here with the satisfaction of knowing that today at work, I have done my best to deal with all that comes in front of me.
Thank you so kindly, Campus Registrar. Whoa, the time is going by so quickly. There are so many issues that I wanted to explore, but we are quickly running out of time. I'm gonna go to Cadell, critical stakeholder, and Mr. Green, I've really noticed the maturity of the guild and the approaches that you have taken towards delivering value. I am wondering whether or not you just want to share with us briefly some of the things that you're doing to impact customer value, and how can you partner in the process of improving on how we deliver quality to our students. That's a final comment that I'm able to take from anyone at this point in time. I've been given the wrap-up signal by the producers, so unfortunately I won't be able to delve deeply into some of the other issues I wanted to share. And over to you, Kaden.
Thank you, Mr. Mackenzie. So the Guild this year, given the circumstances, we have sat and we have decided to reroute a number of our spending, a number of our initiatives. So this year, instead of bus gas, we have our We Care program, where we create packages for students who are both living here on campus and those who are off campus. I know for a fact that the faculties and the halls, they try to create a space for engagement every single opportunity that they get. So you may see an online pop-up line, you may see an online group discussion. We create those avenues for students to just express themselves and get a break from the pressures of just life and school as well. I know the Guild president has created, and his team, the executive, they have created a somewhat of a hotline for students to reach out directly to their counselors for any assistance that they may need. This morning alone, I got a message asking for students who need gift vouchers from a certain supermarket. So we have found little ways around the system just to continue to create that customer value. So somebody can say one day that, yes, my university is providing this for me in my time of despair. I know as well that the Guild Council is advocating on every single issue that we are presented with. I know we are seeking funding for some students who need help in clearing balances, as well as directing them to the Office of Students' Finances in those situations. We're also seeking devices for some students who may also need, who at this point we're also directing them to the library for them to pick up. So we as a Guild, we are trying to create and maintain that value, and I have come to understand from the website to enhance the quality delivery that the university is providing.
Thank you so very much, Cadell. I think, ladies and gentlemen, the university is deeply committed to its mission, that of advancing learning, creating knowledge, and fostering innovation for the positive transformation of the Caribbean and the wider world. And for us to be able to do this, there has to be a particular focus on quality. I think that we have done such a great job in delivering on that. And the fact that we're here having a conversation is also part of recognizing that there's more to be done. Debbie Hope represents the office of the campus, of the deputy principal, rather, and that's the office that has responsibility for quality assurance here on the campus. And I did say I was giving the last word to Cadell, but I think it would be remiss of me not to have Mrs. Hope just not share the last word in terms of the thrust of the office of the deputy principal in attending to matters of quality here on the campus. So I'm going to give you the last word, Debbie, as we bring things to a halt here on this our panel discussion.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Mackenzie. All right, so as it relates to the quality aspects, the planning officers sit within this office that deal with that. So they work directly with Prof in dealing with the details and the nitty-gritty of that. But as it relates to on the other end, in terms of the customer end, we ensure, or we seek to, and wherever there are any shortcomings, we address them as soon as we can. But we seek to deal with our customers, which is, I consider a customer anyone engaged in the office. So that includes staff. So to deal with them in such a way that when they leave our office, they would have felt served, because of all the comments that have been made by Mr. Green and Mr. Haynes. It is always how the customer feels when they have left. So even if you have told them no, how you feel when you leave. So the goal is that here for us, our staff, it's very small. It's just two of us on administrative end. How our customer feels when they leave is, I have been helped and we're not sending anybody in circles, and to help to bring the issue that the person has, the client has, to a resolution. So that's how we do it. On the end of calls that we receive and emails that are sent to the deputy principal, persons feel that they have gotten a good experience when they engage with the office of the deputy principal. So that's how we're dealing with on the ground. And also in the back end, the planning officers are working with Prof and the quality assurance unit from the regional, which is, Dr. Perkins, working with them to ensure that it is implemented across the campus in a systematic way. Because even though we may have the systems and the standards in place, at the end of the day, if the customer does not feel like they got good service, then we really haven't hit the mark. So it's to implement the standards and cause the customer to feel, I have had good service today. So that's the thrust of the Deputy Principal's office, and we continue to raise the standard as high as we can so that our customers, staff, and students feel well served.
Thank you so very much. I think just look at this distinguished panel, we can safely say that we see representatives of all the partners in the process. Dwayne spoke about internal, external, and stakeholders, and the fact that we have the students represented here, the Alumni Association represented here, staff, students, the registrar, and so on, the quality assurance unit. It is a beautiful representation and is a demonstration of our commitment to quality. I would like to thank you for participating and sharing this experience. Thank our viewers and listeners for having given us their ears and their time as we focus on quality today. We don't just focus on quality on a single day here at Mona. That is something that we want to do every day, and for it to become a lived experience. So I challenge all of us that we not be just hearers of matters relating to quality, but we be doers of quality experience to deliver that exceptional teaching and learning experience for our students, that exceptional experience for all our stakeholders. Thank you very much for having been with us this afternoon. I'm going to throw back to Mr. Roger Bent, who will guide us through the rest of the program. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mackenzie, and also thanks to the amazing panel who've really led in an enlightening discussion over the past couple of minutes. Certainly a whole lot to say about the UWI in its illustrious history, with the amount of credits to its name and the amount of work that it has done. So much to say and so little time in which to say it. But certainly we pause on a day like this to just celebrate some of the amazing things that we have that people don't always know about, that people don't, sometimes in the busyness of their days, don't get a chance to look at and to see. And certainly the discussion was very enlightening, pointing to some of the amazing stuff we're doing in terms of our ability to pivot, even in times of adversity, such as with COVID-19, and our ability to quickly refocus and get going with the business at hand while reaching our key stakeholder in the interim. But also acknowledging that there's some work that needs to be done. But I think what is even more amazing is the fact that having achieved the sort of things we have as an institution, we constantly strive to get better. We constantly strive to be better. I think that's an amazing achievement for any institution, to be able to show its vulnerabilities and to say, listen, because we want to keep serving you better, these are our faults and we're willing to fix them. And as I was looking through the documents earlier, I paused at this whole idea about mechanisms for quality assurance, and I thought I'd read them for you, because it includes strategic planning, which would have heard from the deputy principal and the PVC when they spoke earlier, rigorous staff appointments and promotion procedures. In other words, staff just doesn't get promotion and appointments without just out of favor at the UWI. It's something they work for. It's something that they have to produce to get, right? Rigorous course and program approvals. So all those sort of surveys you fill out during class times, even if it was a complete bother, it pays off because of this sort of information that quality assurance can make from that sort of a thing, right? Student evaluations of teaching courses, you know how that is important, and sometimes we know the complaints we give. Is it a case where you just complain, or you have given the quality assurance the ability to make the decision you want them to make? Surveys of administrative and library services, the sort of innovation you see in these areas are not just there because we got an epiphany. They're there because we're actually speaking to stakeholders, and stakeholders are actually giving their views, their point of views, and we're listening and we're implementing. So that's very important. And the 5-year review of disciplines, so it's not just that you come in and the Department of Government or some other department is teaching the same course. We look at improving courses. We look at checking whether or not the community of practice is improving, and how it is that we align ourselves to those things, right? So there's a whole lot of things that goes into this idea of quality assurance. And I think that is what we really are celebrating today. The whole work that goes into staffing, that goes into the administrative part of things, the whole work that goes into making our students the ideal product, that when they leave here with that stamp of approval, they're fit for not just Jamaica and the region, but they're fit for the world. And I think that is an important thing to celebrate today. But we continue that celebration segueing into faculty, as we've been talking about, and the work that they do there in terms of putting their stamp. So we have some presentations from about 3 departments that are responsible for that, and you'll hear me give you some information about that. But the quizzes, the surprises, and the prizes. We have a winner, and I'm going to name the winner, and I'll also identify other winners over time. But the first winner is Carmel Roof Bowen. Carmel Roof Bowen, and I know that name very well. Thank you so much, Doc, for participating in that quiz, and you are today a winner. All you have to do is get in touch with the Office of the Deputy Principal, and your prize and surprise will await you. Thank you so much for participating, and more winners are to come. But before we get to those winners, let's take a video from the Faculty of Social Sciences. Please listen to the video coming up.
Greetings and welcome to the Faculty of Social Sciences. I am David Tennant, Dean of the Faculty. We offer students a wide and diverse range of academically rigorous programs and courses, with over 800 taught courses at both the graduate and undergraduate levels. The high demand for our programs and courses speaks volumes to our efforts to offer a quality product that remains highly relevant in the dynamic job market. The Faculty of Social Sciences seeks to exemplify excellence and supports the UWI's culture of quality. Our commitment to quality is evident in all aspects of our operations, particularly in our teaching, research, advocacy, service, and administration. The Faculty of Social Sciences has conceptualized and implemented the FSS Reach vision in the effort to mobilize and energize our staff to engage with the UWI 4-year strategic plan. The vision provides the framework that informs our initiatives and activities and drives our culture of quality and excellence. Under R, we have the mandate of realizing impact through research. In the past few months, our faculty members have successfully launched 5 books. And in the past year, we have participated in over 90 conferences and seminars, produced over 60 journal publications, and we have taken the lead in 7 projects so far in response to the COVID-19 pandemic. The E in Reach speaks to our vision of exceeding the expectations of our students and other stakeholders. This is a vision which we take seriously, as our students are our paying customers. So So let me give you just a sample of the many initiatives that we have implemented or are about to implement to enhance the experience of our students. We have the Growth Mindset Workshop for students facing academic probation, which is aimed at addressing the fundamental issues affecting these students' performance. We have also engaged in the Global Mentorship Program in partnership with LinkedIn, geared towards developing skills needed in the workplace. We've also launched a Let's Talk Student Live Sessions, aimed at providing an opportunity for students to interact with us about issues they are facing, and for us to share with them guidelines and tips on how to manage and excel in this new environment. And an initiative that we're particularly excited about is a Roll With It platform that has developed a series of activities and interventions aimed at supporting the resilience, health, and wellness of students and staff. And this is all in addition to the considerable efforts that we've exerted to convert the teaching and assessment of all of our courses to facilitate remote access in a manner that minimizes disruption to our students. Now, the AIM-REACH represents our efforts to actively advocate for inclusive and sustainable development. And in this area, the social sciences faculty members have really shown, advocating in critical areas and important forums on issues such as crime and violence, small business development, mental health, and vulnerable population. Since COVID-19, we have hosted and participated in about 60 webinars and seminars, examining the impact of the pandemic on a wide variety of social, political, business, and economic issues. And we have mobilized our expertise, knowledge, and resources to help the UWI and Jamaica in its management and response to the pandemic. There are few, if any, national and campus committees focused on the response to the pandemic on which Faculty of Social Sciences staff are not prominently represented. In so doing, our commitment to quality interventions nationally and regionally has been quite evident. Now, C stands for our commitment to being caring professionals. And this is critical to maintaining quality in our faculty, as all of our staff members are treated with care and respect and are expected to do the same for our students and other clients. So here we have developed initiatives that stimulate staff engagement, teamwork, and health and wellness. As examples, we have hosted FSS Moves activities and participated in the 2019 CB UWI 5K. As caring professionals, we have also refined and properly documented our operations and processes so as to enhance efficiency and accountability. Through the Center for Disability Studies, which is a part of the Faculty of Social Sciences, we have also sought to ensure that students and staff with disabilities have enhanced access to our offices, courses, and facilities. And finally, the H in our FSS Reach vision represents our efforts to harness our skills through continuous improvement and empowerment. This is also central to the maintenance of quality in the faculty, because as our staff are equipped and empowered, the quality of our offerings will be enhanced. This was evident in our transition to remote access teaching with the COVID-19 pandemic, as most of our teaching and administrative staff took advantage of the extensive training that we offered in digital software and applications necessary for online learning. Equipping and empowering our staff was also a central theme in our design thinking initiative, which involved training all categories of staff in this cutting-edge problem-solving approach that was used to encourage all of us to seek innovative solutions to the problems faced, with a focus on end users in the planning process. This has served us well as we have pivoted to meet the challenges of the COVID environment, realizing opportunities in difficult circumstances and encouraging our students to do the same. The FSS Rooster Challenge is just one example of this, where a challenging situation in the class was converted into a headline-grabbing initiative, getting students to rally together to overcome the difficulties being faced. Our Reach vision has quality and customer value deliberately and strategically interwoven into our programs, initiatives, and decision-making processes. We look forward to serving you in the Faculty of Social Sciences.
If you want to seek quality, come up a UWI. That was what Jovan said at the onset of his video, of course, and it has certainly played a common theme throughout the entire presentation, whether we're talking about faculty, whether we're talking about the robust discussion we had on the panel earlier if you want to see quality, come up at UWI, because that is really why we're celebrating today. We're highlighting all the qualities of this institution and why it is that it is according to Times Higher Education ranking among the top 4% of institutions in the world because of quality. It doesn't just get there by chance, but it gets there by hard work and robust quality assurance. We have 2 more videos that we're going to show you at this time. It's going to be the Faculty of Sports and the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning. Will play those behind each other, of course. And I want to make a correction. I said before, the winner of the quizzes will get in touch with the Office of the Deputy Principal. Actually, they will get in touch with you. They have your information and they will get in touch with you in a timely fashion. So we'll take a listen to those 2 presentations at this time.
Good day. I'm Dr. Shamala Rupchan Martin, and I'm the head of the Mona Academy of Sport in the Faculty of Sport. I'm happy to be celebrating World Quality Day with the theme, Creating Customer Value. At the Mona Academy of Sport, we have focused on our customers by building high-quality, flexible programs to meet their needs. In particular, our focus has been on athletes and the working population. We have programs running from undergraduate degrees in coaching and kinetics all the way through to a PhD for those who are interested in an academic or research-based career. Our graduate programs are all designed for online delivery, and this allows for those who are working to continue to maintain their jobs and pursue their degree at the same time. Another key focus for us is building partnerships with sporting organizations to help improve the caliber of our athletes and sports teams. We have partnerships with organizations like the Jamaica Hockey Federation, the Jamaica Football Federation, and the Jamaica Cricket Association. And it's only through these partnerships that we can significantly contribute to development in the country and in the region. Through our sports medicine clinic, we are able to apply sound sports science to student-athlete development. When scholarship athletes enter the University of the West Indies, these will be the sports scholarship athletes. They are taken through comprehensive medical and fitness evaluations to identify possible areas of deficits or weaknesses that will predispose them to injury. We then work together with their coaches to customize their programs to reduce risk of injury from occurring. These are just some of the ways that we at the Mona Academy of Sport pay attention to quality and contribute to helping to maintain our status amongst the best universities in the world.
The introduction of the Teaching and Learning Center at the university became a visible and tangible reminder, indeed a tangible statement of the university's commitment to improving teaching.
Quality is everybody's business, and here at the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning, UWI Mona, we strive to ensure the highest quality in our training workshops, our one-on-one consultations, our teaching courses, and in our publications. What we do here in the Center for Excellence in Teaching and Learning does indeed impact the wider university community. We see this impact in better delivery of courses, students are more engaged, and overall there is a more satisfying teaching and learning experience.
Okay, and we have another winner from the quiz competition that we're running. Of course, we still have some time. It closes at 3 o'clock, so you could still get in. Check on the notifications from the YouTube channel that we're playing, the YouTube link, and you should be able to see the information, and you can get in a quick moment in the quiz. Who knows? But we have another winner, and the winner is Nadine Newman. Nadine Newman is our second winner of the quiz. Of course, you will be contacted by the Office of the Deputy Principal. Well done, Nadine Newman. And we have some more videos as we continue. We have 3 videos that we're going to be playing behind each other. We have ICS, we have the Alumni, and we have the Guild of Students. ICS, the Institute of Cultural Studies, that will go first, followed by the Alumni, and then the Guild.
I am pleased to welcome new and returning students to the 2020-2021 academic year within a rebranded Faculty of Humanities and Education, in which value is being placed on cultural studies and applied cultural studies. This is the core work of the Institute of Caribbean Studies and the Reggae Studies Unit, established in 1987 and 1994, respectively. Collectively, the Institute of Caribbean Studies and the Reggae Studies Unit have spent over half a century solidifying grounded approaches to cultural studies in the Caribbean. A solid interest in gaining experience in entertainment, music, indigenous religions, intellectual property, performing arts, film studies, or any other dimension of culture or creative industries, then you have chosen the right department. Flagship programs include the Bachelor of Arts in Cultural and Creative Industries, the Bachelor of Arts in Music and Performance Studies, and the Bachelor of Arts in Entertainment and Cultural Enterprise Management. These are at the undergraduate level. At the graduate level, there is the Cultural Studies MA program, the MPhil program in Cultural Studies, and the PhD program. We have an exciting slate of interdisciplinary programs and experiences waiting to engage you. As you strive for excellence in this world-class regional learning environment, we look forward to serving you in your years ahead. Best wishes for a positive year of growth.
Everyone, I am Saeed Bernard, and I am chairman for the RACSA Association. And most of all, a proud UWI alumni. Now, what does quality day mean to me? Well, as a student, I must say that UWI has to ensure that as we student development, they ensure that the students have the best interest in whatever they're doing. And so I've been able to actually benefit from this quality that the university gives on the student services, because I've been able to travel and represent my school on a world stage. This also gives us exposure, and it allows us to delve into the corporate world, not only locally, but internationally. This is indeed pertinent to students' development, and it assures the quality that the UWI wants to give and ought to give. Ladies and gentlemen, UWI quality in the 7th years and above.
Hello everyone, I am Rachel Davis, a proud graduate of the University of the West Indies, Mona. Now when I think of the word quality, I think of the value that is attached to anything, especially as it relates to University of the West Indies. I believe that I have received a holistic educational experience far beyond what I could have ever paid. Now, when thinking of the ways in which the university has created and is creating value, I think of research. One such example of that is the research in the medical field as it relates to the cardiac simulator. I mean, the university has just been doing so much work to expand the general knowledge of the local, regional, and international sphere, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
Hi, I'm a proud graduate of the UWI. The UWI has created value and quality for all its graduates for over 70 plus years. And for another 70 plus years, its Alumni Association will be around to create value to enhance the entire UWI experience for all stakeholders. Recently, we donated 50 laptops to assist students in their efforts to continue their studies online. We also provided PPE to our medical students to assist them with their medicals. We will remain committed to the university as graduates, as an alumni, and we hope that throughout another 70 years of the university's lifespan, we can continue to improve the quality and experience one UWI, one alumni family.
Pelicans, I'm Tasha Bowes, Irving Hall Chairperson and a member of the UWI Quality Management Team. In our pursuit to commemorate Quality Assurance Day 2020, a few of my fellow Guild councillors will be sharing with you ways in which we have been working collaboratively and cohesively to ensure the best university experience for you and I. So please, stay tuned.
The UWI Guild Council is dedicated to you, our students. We have derived new strategies and adjusted old strategies in ensuring that our students benefit despite our current situation. As your Guild Vice President in charge of services and special projects, we have taken the decision to increase the amount of financial assistance that is offered to students for this semester. In addition, the usual bus gas program has been adjusted to the week year program, and we have distributed packages to students residing on and off campus, as we understand that these students are in dire need of assistance.
Hi, I'm Tony Townsend, UWI Guild Secretary 2020-2021. One of the main areas of focus for this year's Guild is student development, and as such, many of our initiatives encompass this goal. Recently, the Guild Secretariat executed its customer service and self-branding workshop. This workshop highlighted the importance of communication strategies and emotional intelligence in delivering proper customer service. It also highlighted the importance of personal branding and marketing for the professional world. In addition to this, our professional writing etiquette campaign was launched on November 4th and includes tips on email etiquette, preparation of job application documents, and general professional documents. Admittedly, the circumstances have changed, but like true service providers, we have evolved.
Pelicans, my name is Decon Coombs, the Elsolea Riney Hall chairperson. And what I am most proud of are the improvements made to communication by the UWI and the UWI Guild. Whether this may be changes made from reviewing of course evaluations, or even just basic communication when it comes on to what's happening in the university. We can see changes are being made, improvements are being made, and where our students need to be heard, they are heard and answered.
Greetings, I am Stephen Nelson, Chancellor Deputy Hall Chairman and Co-Chair of the Guild Council's COVID-19 Monitoring Task Force. Now this is one of our initiatives to evaluate how the UWI has been addressing the needs of our students in light of the COVID-19 pandemic. I want to let you, our students, know that we're proud of how you've adapted. We're proud of how you've taken on these new challenges, and we're proud that you continue to voice your concerns. Don't be afraid to reach out to us. We're here to advocate on your behalf. We are here to assist you in any way we can. We want to ensure that value for money is a key part of your experience here.
Hi, I'm Melissa Fletcher, the Faculty of Sport representative. And do you know what I'm most proud of? I'm proud of being able to be a part of this current Guild Council that is working for you. We know this school year is rather a different and new experience right across the university, which have led to the adaptation of the new norm of virtual life for students. However, your Guild has created a platform virtually through social media handles such as Zoom, IG Live, Twitter, and YouTube TV. And with this and all the aforementioned points, the Guild is committed to working towards improving and creating customer value.
Creating customer value. Your Guild, working for you.
Greetings, Pelicans.
Presentations from ICS, from the Alumni Office, and from the Guild of Students. And to staff who may be watching, I hope you're inspired all over again when you see some of these videos and thoughts that we've talked about. To the student or key stakeholder here, even if it is that you'd have had a bad moment, when you look at some of the initiatives and some of the passion that is pouring out from the videos, I hope you're inspired all over again and you're in love all over again with the UWI. Because today is a day when we acknowledge, even with the negatives, just the overwhelming positive that we're doing in terms of building a brand and ensuring that that brand carries all of us. Because whether you're staff or student, it makes a difference to where you work or even where you've graduated from and where you probably hope to continue your studies as well. We will also continue with the videos that we've been playing and I hope you're enjoying them. Please feel free to put your comments below the video that is streaming. Feel free to also go to Instagram. There is hashtag quality day 2020 to indicate your interest and your opinions. The next set of videos that we're hearing at this time is the Department of Government, the Department of Computing, and the UWI Library. Over to them.
Each year, the Department of Government at the University of the West Indies, Mona, groom over 1,000 students to be the next generation of leaders and critical thinkers. The Department of Government prides itself for being customer-centered. Here, students enrolled in both undergrad and graduate programs are opened up to practical and theoretical knowledge of political systems, public policies, international relations, constitutional and legal foundations, leading political values and ideas, governing institutions, and policy-making processes. Students are equipped with the necessary education when it comes to handling emerging social, political, economic, and cultural challenges by a highly effective and diverse staff. The Department of Government is also a leading research institute in the following areas: qualitative, quantitative, and mixed research methodology, public financial management, international development policy and management, international negotiations, security and foreign policy, climate change, political marketing, policy research and analysis, plus more. Students are empowered to be class representatives who advocate on behalf of their group or act as an intermediary between the class and lecturer. 200 students annually are given employment opportunities by the department to work on national and regional consultancy projects. Students are also placed in the lower house of parliament, public and private organizations, international donor agencies, and non-governmental organizations to complete unique internship programs in political leadership, international relations, and public policy and management. The department continues to influence the real-world application of public policy and politics by cultivating a diverse and dynamic crop of student leaders via student-led clubs, which are namely Model UN, Governance Society, and future policy leaders. Finally, the department also provides students who are falling behind academically with academic advice and counseling each semester. Lectures are accessible to students for both in-person and online one-on-one consultation weekly. The department's graduates pursue careers in various areas of politics, private and public administration, regional and international organizations. The Department of Government, one team delivering customer value.
I am Gunjan Mansingh, Head of the Department of Computing at the University of West Indies, Mona Campus, Jamaica. We are Department of Computing. Computing is an umbrella term for software engineering, computer science, information technology, information systems, and computer systems engineering. Hence, we offer various undergraduate programs listed here. All our students in the various programs that we offer learn skills, which include programming skills that enable them to write efficient software programs and to develop software in teams using basic ideas of software engineering. We use international ACM IEEE guidelines in creating our curriculum. Around 10 years ago, we created internship courses where students can work for credits in the industry. We offer internship in different formats. One where we place our interns in companies. So far, we have placed interns in 33 local companies and the list is growing. It is a selective process where we vet the tasks and identify mentors both in the department and at the host company. We also have had international companies like Goldman Sachs come to the faculty to identify interns. Since they started coming in 2018, every year after a highly competitive process, one student from here has been selected for internship in summer in Hong Kong and subsequently hired full-time after their graduation. We also have a UWI NCB Agile Lab, which is a focused internship program where a group of 15 students are selected and they work in the Agile Lab for about 20 weeks. Most, if not all, have been hired by the organization and we are on our cohort 3. We have various postgraduate programs from masters to diplomas and to even certificate. We responded to the call from the industry and launched these programs. We have a master's in computer science, we have a postgrad diploma in IT, and we also have a master's in information systems that we offer in collaboration with Mona School of Business and Management. Our newest addition is the TOT program in Applied Data Science, which is one of the emerging in-demand roles, not just for Jamaica, but internationally, as you can see from the World Economic Forum report, The Future of Jobs 2022. Our MPhil PhD students are highly sought after and are placed successfully both in the industry and academia, locally, regionally, and internationally. Our various research groups provide an environment for academics and students to share ideas and work on relevant research problems. For example, CIPHER works on security, issues related to cybersecurity and forensics. CADIS, where members use data to create intelligent systems using various artificial intelligence and machine learning techniques. Our Complex Systems Research Group, headed by Professor Daniel Kaur, has produced a cardiac simulator, which is pictured here. It is the first patent commercialized at the University of West Indies, Mona Campus. Where are our graduates? We have placed graduates in various local, regional, and international companies. Our graduates exhibit the quality of our programs. Our graduates are everywhere, as you can see, and they are able to successfully compete for places at companies that have a strong technical screening and interview processes and pull from a global pool. We in the Department of Computing continue to revise our curriculum and create new programs to ensure we are aligned with the local, regional, and global tech industries. Thank you.
Welcome to the University of the West Indies Mona Library, a proud supporter of World Quality Day 2020. The UWI Mona Library is deeply invested in the development of organizational quality culture through creating and improving customer value. Please join us on this virtual presentation as we share highlights of our achievements in creating a culture of customer value. According to change management guru John P. Cotter, major change is often said to be impossible unless the head of the organization is an active supporter. At the UWI Mona campus, customer value has been given a greater focus since the appointment of Professor Dale Weber as the new principal. At his induction ceremony, he pledged,
I intend to place students at the center of the operations of the Mona campus as they are our primary customers and our primary products.
On the day he celebrated his first 100 days in office, Professor Weber declared his determination to leave a lasting footprint with improvements in customer value during his tenure as principal. A relaxed and engaging Weber told the Gleaners Editors Forum that his leg of the relay baton, which started on August 1, 2018, will see him connecting the visions of the immediate former principals, Professors Gordon Shirley and Archibald MacDonald.
If you ask me what I want to do new, I will still go back to customer service as what I want to do. If you ask me what I want as a footprint, Prof. MacDonald probably is going to go down as the builder because he put on 2 or 3 buildings. Prof. Shirley is probably going to go down as the systems man because he brought us systems that we never had before. Systems for registration, for orientation. If I'm going to go down, I want to go down as a principal that dealt with the customer service of the university.
In 2015, a new campus librarian was appointed to the UWI Mona Library, whose vision and initiatives are geared towards improving customer value. She has been deliberate in placing emphasis on customer value, specifically building a culture of customer value which is consistent with the overall focus of the principal and the UWI Mona campus.
The provision of excellent customer service has been high on the agenda of the Mona Library for years. Certainly, in 2015, after months of being the recipient of high standards in a corporate entity, customer service excellence became a core aspect of my vision for the library as the new campus librarian. Since then, we have sought to cement this in our culture through many and varied initiatives. And while the process continues, we are proud of the results.
Pine and Gilmore state service organizations can achieve lasting competitive advantage only by creating unique and memorable experiences for its customers. The UWI Mona Library, recognizing this, re-energized and relaunched a program of creating customer value. Using a team approach and an in-house inspired 10-element customer value model, with initiatives aimed at realizing each element of the model, the Mona Library purposed to build a culture of customer value amongst employees with the ultimate aim of enhancing the student experience in the library and creating competitive advantage for the university. It is within this context that this presentation seeks to give brief highlights of our achievements in creating a customer value culture. Key to creating a culture of customer value is organizational change, which is being pursued through the retraining of all Mona Library employees to live a culture of customer value. Training is therefore one of the core elements of the Mona Library customer value model. Another key to creating a culture of customer value is recognition for our customers. Recognition is one of the 10 elements of the library's customer value model. One customer value initiative for achieving this element is Customer Appreciation Day. It is also important to recognize not just our external customers, but also our internal customers, so that they can be encouraged to value external customers. As an impetus to creating a customer value culture, the Mona Library rewards examples of excellence in demonstrating customer value culture. This is done in a formal awards ceremony and through a daily commendation e-board branded Big Up Yourself. In a survey, 81% of Mona Library employees reported that the initiatives are creating the desired culture of customer value, noting improvements and changes as evidence. 81% reported that the customer value initiatives have impacted their interactions with library patrons. For example, they now go the extra mile, they listen more, and are now more understanding and patient. We invite you to read the full survey peer-reviewed publication. Customer Appreciation Day is a value initiative for realizing the model element recognition. During our most recent Customer Appreciation Day, students tendered written feedback on the library generally and on this initiative specifically. We also received unsolicited feedback from our clients. Here are highlights of a few. The UWI Mona Library continues to deliver exceptional customer service by going the extra mile for our customers, especially during this pandemic. Thank you so much for journeying with us through to the end of our presentation on creating a culture of customer value. Remember, there are no traffic jams along the extra mile.
Hey, welcome back, and you've been watching the UWI Quality Day 2020. A really insightful and wonderful package put together by the producers, and certainly if you watch it, you can't help but feeling good. There's this sort of buzz you ought to get just watching it. So the responsibility is yours if you're watching this, to pass on the word and ensure even passing on the link to somebody to ensure that they're watching it. Whether you're a student or you're alumni, don't just keep it to yourself, but at least share it with others so they could have that sort of feeling that you're feeling right now. But we're continuing with the sort of good feeling we want to give. It's not just because it's Christmas coming, but of course we just want to celebrate in a good way the work and worth of the UWI, our beloved institution. The next couple of, so you just heard the Department of Government, Department of Computing, and the library in terms of some of the quality assurance mechanisms they have in place. And I also want to talk about the two final winners for the quiz. We have winner number 3, we have Ravin Harvey, and winner number 4, we have Kevin Houston. Congratulations to the winners, and of course, we promise you prizes and surprises. You will not be disappointed. We move to our final category, which is pretty interesting, another competition, and this is where participants were able to show their worth in terms of creativity and innovation and rhythm, right? So it's the Jingle competition. And let's give you a little bit of highlight on that. First place winner will get $10,000 gift or gift value, $5,000 for the second place, and $2,500 for the third place. Winners, you will be contacted by the deputy principal's office, who will have your contact. So fear not, you will have they have your contact, and they'll be in touch with you. So the first video is going to be by a student, Tatiana Brown. That's her name, and listen to her fame. She's going to be playing the Jingle. She's in the Jingle competition, and she's contestant number 1. Take a listen. Number 2, contestant number 2. Take a listen.
Quality assurance and control. As a customer, I feel value we uphold. When you have a problem, feel secured, cause you don't know your dreams are where you we are promote. Watch me now, as a student customer, me say you don't have to stress. Big up to you, give enough respect, confidence, so we always I gotta do our best. Oh yes, quality assurance.
Okay, that was contestant number 2, Tatiana Brown, and we move to the next contestant, that is Camille Henry. She's contestant number 1. Take a listen to Camille Henry. Of course, you heard Tatiana, good rhythm, good everything is on. Let's see what we have in store for Camille Henry. Take a listen.
You we just a flow and a fountain, good quality, yeah we got it and we know them. Good customer is a blessing and we close friend. Hard work, sacrifice enough, we a cope with happy meet the expectation. Spend your hard earned money, you put your just in our hand. As a team, we always have a plan. Improve value from your perception, and we are go just take it to a higher education. We are
Okay, so what you thought of that one? You'll have heard so far from Tatiana, and now you're hearing from Camille. The next contestant is Toria Thompson. So let's hear from that contestant, and now you'd hear from 3 creative, amazing performers performing the Quality Day 2020 Jingle. So let's listen to Toria Thompson.
Quality up like 7 in the morning. Customers ringing, them calling. No stalling, you with top things. From the service to the education bargain. Quality up like 7 in the morning. Customers ringing, them calling. No stalling, you with top things. From the service to the education bargain. Hey yo, the thing up like 7. Straight to the heavens. From admin to teaching, top tier level. You with top things. From the service to the education bargain. Hey.
Wow. So we're going to get a little opportunity to listen to them over again. We're going to play them back to back in the order that they were first played, so you can listen to them one more time to see if, you know, a winner. Well, some persons have already gone in and they've voted because it's been up a couple of days. So if you're just hearing it, you would have missed your opportunity to actually give your vote. But we still value and trust your excellent musical opinion. So we're going to be giving you a little chance to listen through the 3 submissions and see if, when we announce the winners in the rank provided, if you agree as well. And if you do, indicate on the chat line, or even go back to IG where it is that it was posted in the first place, and you could give your views. We would love to hear your feedback on this, and of course even give your own creative views. This is not the only year that we're going to do something like this, so feedback that you could provide could even enhance the moment in the future. So we'll take a listen to all 3 in the order we just heard them. Take a listen.
Quality assurance and control. As a customer, I feel value we uphold. When you have a problem, feel secured, cause you don't know your dreams are where you we are promote. Watch me now, as a student customer, me say you don't have to stress. Big up to you, give enough respect, confidence, so we always I gotta do our best. Oh yes, quality assurance.
You we just a flow and a fountain, good quality, yeah we got it and we know them. Good customer is a blessing and we close friend. Hard work, sacrifice enough, we a cope with happy meet the expectation. Spend your hard earned money, you put your just in our hand. As a team, we always have a plan. Improve value from your perception, and we are go just take it to a higher education. We are
Quality up like 7 in the morning. Customers ringing, them calling. No stalling, you with top things. From the service to the education bargain. Quality up like 7 in the morning. Customers ringing, them calling. No stalling, you with top things. From the service to the education bargain. Hey yo, the thing up like 7. Straight to the heavens. From admin to teaching, top tier level. You we top things from the service to the education bargain. Hey.
Wow. So you heard the contestants. Again, the prize so far, first place is $10,000, second place is $5,000, and third place $2,500. So the persons have all listened and they chose a winner. I'm going to be calling in the category from third up to first. Third place went to Toria Thompson based on likes on IG, and second place is Tatiana Brown. First place, of course, went to Camille Henry. Of course, we're going to be hearing Camille's own again. Clearly, it was well liked based on the likes I'm seeing that clinched the victory. So let's listen to Camille Henry's piece again, and you tell me if you agree with it. We'll play it again, so take a listen to Camille Henry's entry.
You we just a flow and a fountain, good quality, yeah we got it and we know them. Good customer is a blessing and we close friend. Hard work, sacrifice enough, we a cope with happy meet the expectation. Spend your hard earned money, you put your just in our hand. As a team, we always have a plan. Improve value from your perception, and we are go just take it to a higher education. We are the you we just a flow and a fountain, good quality.
Well, wow. And we are actually winding down a wonderful 2 hours of presentation, and I'm hoping you enjoyed immensely. I certainly did as your moderator, sharing with you. I'm Roger Benton. It was such a pleasure. Of course, we acknowledge the hard work of the Office of the Deputy Principal and the quality assurance actors within, people like Nigel Taylor, and how hard he would have worked, even if he probably wouldn't want to be acknowledged. We acknowledge also the quality assurance unit for the UWI as well. You heard from Dr. Anna Perkins earlier in the panel discussion, all the persons who work together to make this a success. MITS, the Department of Registry, all the other actors in the Department of Marketing and Communications, Office of Student Services and Development, faculties, students who would have played your part and who I'm sure tuned in to listen, and also will share the traction from here on, because the video is available for people to see and to view and to give their comments. Certainly thank you for all the role that you play. We are also going to end the way we began, with this sort of vibe coming from none other than Javon Taylor, who came up with this amazing song that says, listen man, if you want to know quality, come up at UWI. What a better way, what an awesome way to end, having spoken about quality for the better part of our presentation. So we end with a winner. Well, I don't know if he's a winner, but he's certainly the author and performer of this amazing song, the Quality Song 2020. Take a listen and have a good evening.
Me have to represent from the school, the university of the West Indies. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Hey, come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Yes, just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. If you're broke, now have no money, me know. Scholarship enough for everybody. Just one check the bursary, they'll always help you get through. Online portals with everything. Can't tell me this on a spoon feeding. It has all my classes with all my buses, and all I want is no more than that. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Hey, come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Yes, just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Come up by UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. The lecturers request student feedback. First time I see it, couldn't believe that they actually cared what I thought about how they talk. The education delivery is dynamic. If you don't learn by listening, don't panic. Audiovisuals are in classes and office hours for broad inquiries. UWI is always improving systems. Heard some students. No security day and night. Security patrol day and night. And if you want to be a success, nobody does it best. And if you want to be put to the test, nobody does it best. Come to UWI if you want to see quality. Hey, come up on UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Yes, just come to UWI if quality is what you want to see. Come up on UWI. We have a whole heap of facilities now. Endless possibilities. Them up over 50 degrees. Rules and tropical reason keep the qualities like these. Nobody, UWI take the lead with these. So sorry, the schools can't compete. Excelling in sports, of course. Premier League football team and big jack course. Check out the Olympic size pool. I have represent from school. The University of the West Indies. Na 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 na. The University of the West Indies. Na 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 na. Na 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 na.